Oh, hi, chat. It's been an interesting day. Interesting is the wrong word. It's been a long day. It's the better word. I don't know anymore, man. Getting called in on my day off and on my vacation day. I'm just, ugh. Hey man, what do you want? I'm gonna pet you. What do you want? I love you. Good girl. I don't know, man. DBD's also been getting me in a bind recently. But back to Jason. We'll have fun with it, I guess. One day my brain won't fucking hate myself. One day. Ugh. This is Jace off? Oh shit. Oh shit, it's Jace off, chat. Damn it. Hi Kit, hi Lynx, hi Maybe. Still can't believe you have Jason Momoa. You know, you joke, but like I can imagine that in like 4 years, there's gonna be a Jason Momoa skin for Ace. It's gonna happen. We all know it's gonna happen. Okay, alright. Chad, it's time. It's time. I have to find some way to make M1 Jason work. It was inevitable. It was inevitable. It had to happen. So I think what I need to test real quick before I do this, I need to see how rapid brutality works with Jason. Because it should be diminished returns on it. Should is the key word there. But if it's not that bad, I might still run it with him. Because it's what? It's 50% on the first instance, right? Well, no, it would be 50% of his because his is less than 5%. So that's not that bad, honestly. Let me test this. I'm gonna bring orderly shoot to make sure I get the haste long enough. Because if he gets 4.6, I think it's 4.6, right? It's 4 point something when from his base kit. And Rapid's 5%. So Rapid would hit first because it's a bigger amount. And it would be half. So I should end up with 7 or 8-ish%, I believe, if I'm doing the math right. I think it'd be 7%. If so, it shouldn't... That's not that bad. Oh, fuck. Well, there's gonna be one problem, and that's bots are bots. Or she'll fucking... Okay, alright, fine. Fuck you. Okay, so this should give me 7% whenever I hit one of them. Ah! 5. It gives me 5%? Does it really only jump back up to 5? Hang on. Alright, close enough to what I wanted to do. Because it's 4.5. And then it goes up to 5? What? I don't think it does. I had someone test that for me last night. Does landing a hit in the haste? If it does, then Rapid's not bad on Jason at all. I wouldn't recommend it still, because you should be landing your spears, but if it does in the haste... No, it's fine. I'm good with the bots. They'll work out. But if it does in the haste on the M1, Rapid's not that bad then. If anything, Rapid's actually pretty great. Because that means you're making up for the loss. Okay. Oh. You do lose it on an M1. Wait. Oh, no, hang on. It might not be on an M1. It might be on a down. It would be weird if it was only on a down, but I guess that's not unheard of. Maybe, actually, I think it is unheard of. We're doing all of this just to see if Rapid's worth running. That's all we're doing right now. I love it when I do shit like this. You guys realize this is going to be like 90% of Skull Merchant, right? What? Okay, well, the Rick decided not to go there. Hang on. I gotta wait for Omnipresent Evil to come back. Hi, Coastal. Oh, thank you already. Okay, I still have it. Yeah, you only lose it on a down. That's so weird. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Got a 4K on what should have been a 3K with the Meg was being cocky and the exit gates got super close to the Spirit Hater in one more. You've acquired a DBD on a portable computer? Goodbye to Nintendo. Coastal, I hate to tell you this. I'm pretty sure that they're about to phase out Switch soon. I'm like 95% sure they're about to. They're gonna rip that Band-Aid off. I am very glad for you though. That's weird that the haste only goes away on a down. Is that intentional? Okay, so given our math earlier... Is there a pallet here? Yes. Given our math earlier, this should be 7% when I get the M1. 7.2. And then rapid goes away and my other haste still keeps going. Huh. No, I missed. Do I think they'll do a dedicated Switch 2? I don't think so. Mostly because they've said they won't. Fuck you, Yoonjun. Huh. Okay, so Rapid kinda works on him. Oh, hello. Oh my god. Can it go through that? So I'll get 7% from that. Rapid will keep going. I fucking love bots. And then 4.4 from the base kit still kept going because it lasts longer than Rapid does. Okay. I mean, that's not... And then I'll get the 5% from the M1 down if I happen to get it, but I probably won't. That's not terrible. It will never not make me laugh. I don't know why I swung. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I do not know why I swung there. I think I still catch him. My normal haste wears off, I get the 5% from Rapid, and then I can keep going. Yeah, time to bail. Well, so the devs said, I want to say it was in February, that they are not doing a Switch 2 update. Or at least there's no plans to. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to. I'm assuming they're not. Land the M1, get the 7%. Keep going forward. I fucking hate bots. I take that back, I love bots. I don't know why he didn't drop that. The engine upgrade, it will. It always does in every game. I was actually watching footage of the Halo 1 remake they're doing, or yeah, the remake they're doing. And it's really interesting how they're doing things. Because they are, why am I mind gaming a bot? They are, they said the way they're doing it is they're doing the graphics are in Unreal Engine 5, but the assets are from, like, all the different games. So, like, they're doing, like, they're taking animations from Reach and Halo 3, and some of, like, the in-game assets from, what's it called? Shit. They're taking a couple assets from Halo 2, some of the animations are coming in. The big problem they're having right now is just syncing them all to the engine. Oh my god, these fucking pallets are huge. So I don't have to deal with it. I mean, a lot of modern games nowadays that have modding have it. They don't let you mod on console, but they let you install mods. Okay, that's it. Okay, we did the testing. I just wanted to see. 7%'s not that bad, and considering like it just overlaps over top of each other, I don't think it's that bad at all. 7.5% for an M1, that's not bad. Were you able to cross-progress, Coastal? Okay, so that answered my question. Rapid's fine, so we can run Rapid on here. I think we have to run Shoe with this. I think it's really the only option. And then, what else really works for the M1 playstyle? When a hook spike misses, all survivor... No. Stops them from leaving. Exhaustion, that's probably going to be the play. As long as you buy from the in-game store. Okay, that's good. Yes, the rock probably is going to be the play for it. As far as what else... Well, there's a lot of other stuff they showed off, too, Clown. They showed off a lot of the new skulls they're adding. You can play the whole game in third person. You can disable the sprint and the ADS if you want. You can even make the graphics basically look like Halo 1 again. Not fully, but basically. Stealth, maybe stealth. The problem is with... I'm trying to think of how I could leverage this fully. Also, I'm not going to lie, Jason might be a decent user of Ravenous. Play with your food could work, but we're already running enough haste. I think I would either want Rapid or Pwef. They wanted you to 1v4 them? How did you do it? Are you sure? Oh yeah, they're doing prequel missions there. They're adding brutes to it and tank flood. Only tank flood, not the other two. I think Killer in general feels better on mouse and keyboard. I think Survivor feels better on controller, but Killer feels 100% better on mouse and keyboard. See, I would normally throw in Phantom Fear, but Jason kind of has base kit Phantom Fear, so I don't really need it. Brutal is awkward for Jason because he breaks it with his power. Disillusion would be weird. I could throw him Forever Entwined. Hearing 1v4 me, bro. 1v4 us, bro. It's so stupid. It's so silly. Does BAM work on... BAM doesn't work with the Power Vault, right? It just blocks it normally. It doesn't add the BAM block. Oh, I'll do Brutal BAM. I'll do Brutal BAM. We'll give it a try and see how it goes. Oh, also, Swamp and... Swamp and fucking Springwood are disabled right now, which is fucking hilarious. It does work? Okay. Hexes could work. Hexes is a good idea, but, I mean, we ran Hexes all day yesterday. On top of that, we're doing M1, so I have to have Stabiffle Rapid, so... Oh, yeah, Spies probably works when you're in the thing, doesn't it? Because it works on Spirit and it works on Knight. And Victor. Hoarder? I don't think Hoarder would be great. So it'll probably play. I mean, I could test it in a custom real quick. Fuck it, it's a 5-minute queue, why not? Also, the thing with Rapid, its downside doesn't really matter for Jason. You will sometimes get Bloodlust with him, but it's very, very seldom. Fun fact I learned about him: charging your power doesn't count towards removing Bloodlust. It's just aiming your spear doesn't count, which is weird because it does for Deathslinger. Rest in peace, Bozo. Oh, I should probably add survivors to the match. That would be a good thing to do, wouldn't it? Wait. Wait, hang on. Wait. If Deathslinger doesn't get... Does that mean Insidious works when you're charging your spear? Survivor ore is revealed within 12 meters of any chest. We have that. It's called Human Greed. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Does this work? Yeah, it still blocks it, just like it would normally. Huh. Huh. Okay, BAM's not that bad on him, honestly. It might be a little overkill, but it's not bad on him at all. They do. The one upside Deathslinger has over Jason is his ability to reload anywhere. That's the one upside Deathslinger has. That is the main upside. And then Rapid gives me my 5% haste on the down. Okay, this isn't going to be important because no one's going to run it. But does he still get Insidious when he's aiming his spear? Because I didn't even think about this on PTB, because again, aiming your spear doesn't get, or you can still get Bloodlust while aiming your spear. He can't phase through breakable walls, but if he uses his power on a breakable wall, he just kicks it. So if you're on a map, but what's cool about that is that if you're on, like, Dead Dog, you can basically break the breakable wall upstairs from downstairs. I think he's the only killer in the game who can do that. Alright, Costa, have a good one. Okay. So, Insidious procs. Hang on. No. Okay. It was worth a shot. I was just curious. Hey-ya! What is really nice, though, I'm sure, and I'll notice this once I get into a real match with M1, is that it means if I miss my spear, it's not that big of a deal, because my power is being slightly tuned for the M1. Okay. That would have been cool if it worked. It is weird, again, that he can get Bloodlust while aiming it. Okay. Okay, so Bam is an option, and we can run Brutal. So yeah, just the most basic of builds, and then Thunder's Rock, that'll get exhausted when we get near them. And then 5 more seconds for the haste. Honestly, I still think Orderly Shoe is like his best add-on. It's so good. That 5 seconds will matter. Oh yeah, no, he is yeah, you can go to the top of. Hang on, I'll show you. I love this. Where is Garden of Joy? I love that he can just... Like, I did it last night on Borgo. There's a Sable on the gen in the main building. I kept, like, teleporting through the window up top. It's so good. See, this is the shit I should have been doing yesterday, but no, I had to wait till today to do it. There's a breakable wall at the top of the main building, right? I just love that he can do this. So stupid. So stupid. Yeah, there's a breakable wall right there. Yeah, so I should be able to, in theory... I actually don't know if this works. Where is it? Yeah, you can just... So stupid. I love it. It's so dumb. Switch sides, you can just come in from this side. Oh, that's so good. I don't know how he, like, I haven't played him on Garden of Joy, so I don't know how bad it is for him. I know it's generally a bad map, but the fact that he can kind of, like, circumvent a lot of the main building's problems, because even the God window over here, even this God window, he can do this. He's like the only killer that... He is the only killer other than, what, Dracula? But Dracula's is on, like, what, a 20-second cooldown? I have never realized there's a treehouse here. Don't ask why my brain thought that didn't have collision. Don't ask me these things. They don't deserve answers. I hate bots. What the fuck is this bot doing? What the fuck was that? And you need to be in a specific form. Yeah, Jason can literally just be like, oh, someone's doing main building gen? Alright. Oh, they're gonna jump out the window? No, they're not. And then boom. And then even if, like, you start chasing them down here, like... Like, even this, like, you can... Can you do this? You can. Oh my fucking god. Honestly, he might not be that bad on Garden of Joy. You know how I talked about how I think, like, Springtrap's best map is Nostromo? Which is odd. I genuinely think this might be one of Jason's best, or Jason's best map. Not his best. I haven't played him on enough to know. I should have just kept zoning. No, Becky, no. No, Becky, no. Okay. Hi, Theo. No, my favorite one has got to be, though, where is it? Dead Dog? Where's the saloon? Where is the saloon? It eludes me. There it is. Because Dead Dog, he would be the only killer. The other thing with Dracula is you have to be careful with it, because if you mess up the, especially for the upstairs one, you might still fall down. I've seen even good Dracula players mess that up. Because sometimes the gravity will take you out of it. Yeah, because you spawn into Dead Dog, and you could walk up the stairs and whatnot, or you could just... Bye. Done. You don't have to deal with it anymore. It's done in the first 2 seconds of the match. Why, thank you. I'm glad to be back from Montreal. Damn Canadians. Jason, meanwhile, is forced into vault animation. Exactly! Yeah. What the f... Did you just gain sentience? Bro, AI is getting fucking insane. It's getting fucking insane. Oh, it didn't. I actually did genuinely enjoy Montreal. Actually, well, can he shoot through these? I'm assuming you can. The bot giving up. I assume you can shoot through these. Yeah, okay. Oh. Wait a second. Oh! That... Also, once it's broken, you can still use it, by the way. Oh my god, he... Even the bots are... Even the bots are killing us. Oh shit! I meant to get a mid-witch. I don't mind Nostromo too much. I only mind it on a few killers. I don't like it See, that's the thing. Like, I think people misconstrued that when I talk about Nostromo being spring. I fucking hate Nostromo. I do. I despise that map. Even when I was playing Springtrap, I fucking hated it. But results are results. It was the map I would win on the most, and the map I got like the most consistent. Like, I would consistently land my axes on the most. It's also one of the few maps where his doors are like, with like 2 exceptions, really static. You almost always know where his doors are going to spawn on Nostromo, and they're almost all in good spots. And the only loop he really struggles on is the corner table, or the circle table, and the loop in front of the ship. Other than that, he can play most of the rest of them with his axe just fine. Where was I going to go? Midwich? Midwich. That's bad ham. What is the organization of this? I don't understand. Is it backwards by... No, because Freddy Fazbear's is right there. What the fuck is the organization of this? There's Midwich. He's probably not even that bad on Midwich, honestly, the more I think about it, because he can go upstairs and downstairs as much as he wants from any point. Even that, like, back room with the breakable wall, like, he can go on either side of that. Yeah, because if I go into Omnipress, I can go down, right? Yes. Is it down there? It is. Switch sides, kick it. It's kind of funny. Any sane person would have kept running, Jill. I was actually really expecting a pallet there. If I had one thing I do want Jason to have, I do kind of wish you could pick your spear up faster after throwing it. I understand why they made it so you can't just M1 immediately. It's similar to Springtrap. They didn't want you to just, like, get directly behind someone, miss, and then M1 them. But I do wish you could, like, chuck it and then grab it during that animation. That's the one thing I do kind of wish he had. Could you imagine... Could you imagine if the breakable walls were still here? I don't know if that was smart of the bot or not. Okay. Alright. In alphabetical... No, it's not in alphabetical order. Unless it's alphabetical order by realm, but I don't even think that's right, because Greenville was first. Sleepless District. That's the Deepwood. So yeah, so these are by realm. Is it by realm release backwards? Oh, I think that's what it is. I think it's realm release backwards. Because Sleepless District was the most recent realm, so there's Trickster's Delusion. Then Deep Darkwood, because Nostromo... Well, no. Because Freddy Faz... Well, no. Because this would have been... No. Huh? Am I right? Yeah, because Nostromo was after Borgo. Yeah, Nostromo was after Borgo. Yeah. So it was, yeah, Sleepless District, and then the Deepwood, then Borgo, then Withering Isles. So yeah, it's realm. It's the realms in backwards order by release date, and then the maps on them are in their release date. That's why Freddy's is down here, not up here. Because Deepwood released after Greenville. Okay, no, it didn't. No, you're right. I have no fucking idea. These two aren't in the right place. The rest of them work for my theory, except for those two. Okay, time to test against real people. It's gonna go terribly. I already know it. Welcome to the Fake Banette stream, where you don't get actual gameplay for the first 40 minutes of the stream. What's the news, Darth? What's the news? Again, other than that, other than the Toba and Nostromo, the rest of them make sense towards my theory. Yes, Badham and Swamp have been kill switch, yes. We love experimenting. It's my favorite thing to do. Believe me, if I was here to win every goddamn match, I would... I said this in my meta video. If I really wanted to win every match of Dead by Daylight I ever play, I would just play 4 slowdown fucking Kaneki or Blight or Nurse. And I would just get really good at them. But no, I'm me. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna fucking make Jason with Stabiffle work. He's terrifying. He wears flannel. So do I. What's wrong with flannel, clown? You got a problem with flannel? You can try to get Ace of Apples? Yeah, I can try. I mean, of course I'm going to try. I always try. I saw Darth. That's good. Keep at it. YouTube's going to suck at first. You're not going to get any views. Believe me. It'll get there. I love flannel. It's scary. The only nurse I play is Henry. Oof. I don't know. I think there's potential with this. Again, if I can make Stabiffle work on Chucky, I think I can make it work on Jason. I mean, what killer don't I run Stabiffle on? Plague? I think Plague is genuinely the only killer I don't run Stabiffle on. I run Stabiffle on fucking Spirit, for God's sakes. Ghostface, I've run it on Trickster a lot. I've ran it on Artist. Is it flannel or plaid? Isn't plaid just... Plaid's the style. Like, the plaid's like the pattern, but it's a flannel shirt. Am I wrong? Hell, I have a whole build for Krisu. Don't I have an M1 build for Krisu? Where is it? Yeah, I have an M1 build for Krisu. Do we have to bring up Kaneki again? That's my main build on Kaneki. It's fucking M1. Am I dumb? Is that not what a flannel is, then? I thought a flannel was a plaid shirt. What does flannel mean? Soft and warm fabric. Oh. Oh. I'm stupid. Huh. I thought for all these years flannel was the design. I didn't realize it was what it was just like, okay. Stibiff will help one of the nemesis and just punch people to their mush. Oh, wow. I learned something today, chat. Whenever you do 100 hours of Kaneki, do that one thing you did with... You gonna finish that sentence? Flanneling at 5 gens is crazy. So if we didn't have diminishing returns, what would I get? The haste would be 9% after an M1 if you have the haste. Would that be too much? Because I'm thinking it might be. Because a lot of times when like diminishing returns, I feel like was future proofing. For designs they already had in the works, like Jason with his haste base kit like that. Because the same thing happened when they did the no haste stacking, because I feel like Springtrap was designed with no haste stacking in mind. That's why Celebrate Poster was like 20% on PTB. Disturbed Ward. Yeah, I always thought it was just like... I don't know, I just knew what a flannel was. Are they gonna... Are they gonna do a gen? Okay. Damn. Go back into Omnipresent. Pick this up. This go here. I don't really mind that because I can just pick this up. I can bam this. What? What? I still have my 4%. I guess I'll catch him. He was expecting the dodge. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're at 3. 2 gens are gonna pop, I think. That will be the one problem with this no slowdown, so I do have to make every chase count. Then again, as long as I avoid the obsession, I should be fine. Works for me. 7% haste now. Hang on. Fourth shot. Good shot. I think she dead zones herself with. I was wondering if Steve was going to be on his way back. Who knew DBD would be teaching people fun facts like that? Who knew? Really? No one on the top gen, huh? That's shocking. I do have brutal. I can risk this. I know he's over there. Is that comp spirit on Jonathan? That was planned. Steve, you might want to run. Sure. Brutal Stabiffle. %5 haste still. Shocked he did not go back for that. I'm gonna come pick this up. He's going back. That's 7 stacks. There's Meg. That's the one I don't want is Meg. So if Meg goes for that save, I can go back for Jonathan, get the tunnel on him. That'll give me 2 more stacks. I can head this way. I don't want Meg, too bad. It's fine. I got time. Steve is still on the hook. We're back down to 3 stacks, but I think we'll be fine. Because now I can head back to Steve, I think. Because Jonathan should be in this corner still, I think. Okay, whoever went for... Yep, it's Elodie. Okay, get that. That was not the plan, but that works. I'm gonna break this while I'm here. Might as well. Thank you. Did Jesus just get new chase music? Not exactly something I thought I'd hear or read in my chat. Pick you. Meg healed. We get the rapid from that. We're not gonna get to 8 stacks, that sucks. Steve's gonna use plot twist? Interesting play. Elodie's still dying on hook. I heard lockers. I don't mind the idea of him teleporting to lockers. I think gens would be a bit much. He would be a 3-gen monster if he could do that. Damn, she got far. Yeah, Elodie, I got bam. I could have just killed her with the Mori, to be honest. What about chess? I still think Dredge should be able to go to chess. That would be my one thing with not letting him go to lockers, is I do kind of want to keep him unique. I want to keep Dredge unique to lockers, that being his thing. You think we can catch them healing? I do have a really good 3-gen here, though. Is that? Okay. It was hard to tell if that was the direction I wanted it to be. Okay, I think what I have to do... because I don't know what direction they're running to. No. I think what I'm going to have to do is... because they're running the moment they see the omnipresent evil, so if I'm... There he is. He really just takes that, huh? They finished it. Well, it's good. I mean, I'll be excited to see it when it happens. I mean, this is just a win, right? They can't really do anything now. It's not the best 3-gen, but it's still a 3-gen. Honestly, so, like, after this match, like, I would probably not run Brutal on him. But Bam's not bad. Stabiffle, like, if you can get the stacks, isn't bad. Rapid, surprisingly, I'm actually kind of enjoying it on him. When you have mobility, anything can be a 3-gen. So they just give up here, right? %7% haste. Alright. Burn it down to the ground. Also, I saw some people complaining about him not having any, like, tells where he's coming from. I think the fact that he can only, like, teleport to certain locations, even if it is a lot of options, I think that alone makes it so it's fine, I feel. Because he can't, and he also just can't M1. Truly ripped me. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? If they're just gonna hide, I can't do anything else. Fucking, he had an urban evasion comm spirit. What do you want from me? Make it urban evasion. Oh my god, are people running urban because it counters his fog thing? Is that what's happening? Are people running urban to counter his fog? That's funny. That's like when everyone was running Overcome after Ghoul came out. That's actually kind of funny. Well, I mean, if the fog is there, you just kind of be like, okay, there's a pallet and a window there. Let me get in view of both of them so I can run away the moment I see him. You should have used Whispers, I should have. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Hardened? Why? Well, I guess he does make you scream. Oh, I see. People know he gets Killer Instinct, right? People know that, right? He gets Killer Instinct, so Hardened and Calm Spirit don't stop anything. He still sees you. Doesn't he? Or does it not if you don't scream? Back to the custom games. I mean, the problem is you have to do a gen at some points. So if I give them all calm spirit. Ironically, I've said this for so long. I think stealth gameplay is one of the strongest things you can do in Dead by Daylight as a survivor. If you're good at stealth, I feel like you can win more than if you're good at chase. The killer can't hook you if he can't find you. Like, oh, fucking, like, it's like, oh, Chucky's chase is really strong and powerful. Yeah, but if he can't find you to start the chase, it doesn't matter how good his chase is. Yeah, so if I come through... Okay, so, I mean, no, I still get the killer instinct. I mean, it's not really a counter, then. God, I hate calm spirit so much. I mean, 10 minutes is a long-ass time. No, like, I've said it before, it's just like, Chucky's a good example. Who's another good... Ken's another good example. Again, if they can't find you, it doesn't matter how strong their chase is. That's why Nowhere to Hide is so popular. And, like, Friends to the Ends, or Barbecue and Chili. I like Spies in the Shadows more than Whispers. I think Whispers, if it didn't work on hooked people, I think I'd run it more often, personally. Not likely at all. At least not anytime soon. Because of the Dream World effect and, and his fog effect. I don't know how I don't know how possible it would be. Also, his scrap piles and Freddy's clocks. I just realized they literally both have they both have all the things the devs said they can't add to 2v8s. They both have interactable items. One of them is for the killer, and one of them is for the survivors. They both have different filters because of his omnipresent evil in the dream world. Yeah, that too. I mean, they could do it unofficially, I'm sure. You know what would be really cool for 2v8? That does bring up an interesting question. Would 2v8 be, like, more interesting if the killers had a reason to, like... Okay, how do I want to word this? Not necessarily not work together, but would 2v8 work better if the killers kind of were going against each other a little bit? Like, who gets the most hooks? Who gets the most downs? Who gets the most hits? Who regresses the most gens? Like, would 2v8 be better if there was a little bit of friendly competition with the killers? That way they don't feel like they need to tag team all the time? Or would that be too much? Because I've said in the past, I appreciated, like, killers like Legion and Ghostface because they're, like, supportive killers. They're not the main character. They help the other killer get faster chases and downs and such, just like Deathslinger to a degree. Because that would... Because that would also, like... That would make it so the survivors don't feel like they're always getting double-teamed all the time. It would kind of encourage that to not be a thing as much. And again, it would make the killers do some, like, more interesting things. The two killers against each other and the other survivors whoever has the most points wins. Killers can even fight each other. Well, I don't even necessarily say... They're still on the same team, right? So, like, a win is still a win, right? But just, like, something that they can, like, have a competition against each other with. think it would, because most people playing 2v8 are playing with somebody else they know. It's like that idea of, like, I've said this before. One thing I know people are going to hate I bring up this game because people fucking... The opinions on this game have changed over the years. But Splitgate, at least the first one, it lets you play, like, party game modes with your friends. Like, in public lobbies. So, like, gun game. Gun game is usually just, like... In most games, you can't queue into gun game with your friends. You can only queue it by yourself. And I think that kind of... I feel like, personally, that gets rid of half of the fun of gun game. And I feel like that's also something that a lot of... How do I want to put this? I feel like a lot of gaming, the reason it's gotten... And people are going to correct me on this, but I genuinely think gaming's gotten more toxic over the years. I feel like it's because you don't play against your friends. That sounds weird, but, like, genuinely, when was the last time you played a match against your friend? When you load into a Rivals match, you're queued with your friend. They can't be on the enemy team. In ranked, that makes sense. That's for competitive integrity. But, like, for, like, quick play, I think it would be kind of cool if the matchmaker tried to match you with people you know that are online. I feel like it builds rivalry. It builds, like, camaraderie is the wrong word, but, like, because, like, let's say, like, you died, I don't know, what's a bullshit character in Rivals right now? Fucking, what? Someone name a bullshit character in Rivals, please. I don't know. Is Star-Lord broken right now? I don't know. For the sake of argument, Star-Lord. Let's say Star-Lord's fucking, like, broken, busted. He's, like, the best character in the game. Like, if your friend's playing him and you're on the enemy team and you die to it, like, yeah, it still sucks. You're still going to be mad because you died to, like, the quote-unquote best character or whatever. But now, like, it's someone you know. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Zeno, yeah, I feel like I wish more games let you play against your friends. In open queues. Also, Splitgate 1 and 2 didn't die. Splitgate 2 is actually still going. The player numbers are low, but it's still going. It's still getting updates. I just feel like it could lead to some interesting things, is all. Some of the most fun I've ever had in gaming is playing against my friends. Not playing with them. Playing with them is fun. I'm not saying it's not, but... Like, back in the day, I used to do custom games in, like, Halo, where we would play, like, Duck Hunt, and it would be, like, 4 of us. And one of us is a sniper, and the other 4 are the ducks, and you just have to try to get through the obstacle course. And then we would, like, take turns playing, like, you know, playing one or the other. Okay, Leary's sucks for them because they're a flashlight squad, but it sucks for me because it's Leary's. Oh, good dodge, mate. Okay. I don't want him anyways, he's my obsession. She tried to dodge left and she got stuck. That's actually kind of funny. If people in your friends list are playing and you use quick play, it increases the chances of playing with them. Yeah, like, yeah, I really wish more games would do shit like that. And, like, maybe have an option, like, you can click to where, like, you don't get matched with those people. That is some bullshit that I couldn't M1 there. What? It's fine, Laura. I got confused too. Holy shit. Yeah, that was... I think we both got fucked up there. I didn't know where I was. She didn't know where she was. Wait for it? No. Damn it, it's Jeff. I don't want you, Jeff. Damn it, Jeff! Get away from me, man! There! Jesus, was that so hard? I'm sure she'd come back for that. Oh, what? Was that quick and quiet? I don't know why I thought that would work. Okay, Jesus. I'm losing this. I'm gonna lose this match so fucking hard. Okay, we're at 7 stocks. I'm gonna turn this around somehow, aren't I? I picked wrong. There's still a pallet here! Jeff encounter upon ye! Fuck you, Jeff. Chad, isn't the Biffle such a well-designed perk that makes it so you don't want to go after one person on the entire enemy team? Isn't that so well-designed? Jeff, I swear to God if this is you. Be gone from my sight, Jeff. I'm actually fine with that, because now I can do this. Put her on a hook, and whoever I find is basically dead. Should switch the obsession. I said that the first time they tried to change it. I really do think at 8 stacks it should change what the obsession is. I think it's really stupid that it doesn't. GG's. I'll take a 2K out of that. Five moves ahead, finesse made for this dead. Oh, she did have that hard. It was Dance With Me. Okay. That explains a lot. Jeez, do you realize how fucking lucky this Meg got for getting Larry's? Oh my god. No, I've said it for a while. I feel like Stabitful should switch targets or change the obsession when you hit 8 stacks, and I feel like Play With Your Food should switch the obsession every time you get a stack. It's really dumb that they don't. The argument could be that everyone should be a friend, like when people say that the phrase stranger danger made strangers dangerous. I mean... Oh, was it a P100 Jeff? I didn't even notice that was a P100 Jeff. Listen, I don't hate Jeffs, but fuck. Yeah, even the Friday the 13th game. That's part of why that game was never really seen as competitive, because you would play against your friends a lot. Again, it's something that I feel like gaming has been missing for a while. Also, this is purely nostalgia talking. I know it is, but like, gaming trash talk when I was younger wasn't that big of a deal because I didn't have internet growing up. I need to make this clear. I wasn't in like the old school COD lobbies. I knew about them. I played online every now and again, but I didn't have internet myself. So I wasn't playing like COD online that much. But whenever we would get like a massive, we would like System Link have like, you know, four or five people over playing Halo, doing Halo night or COD night or whatever. When you trash talk someone, you knew who it was. Like, you knew who it was, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Everyone knew which buttons you could push and which ones you couldn't, which insults could be said, which ones couldn't. Because at the end of the day, when you're done playing, you motherfuckers are going to fucking Domino's and getting a pizza and a 2-liter Pepsi, you know? Like, and then one of you sleeping on the floor, one of you sleeping on the bed, one of you sleeping on the couch. One of you brought a sleeping bag for some reason because you're a weirdo, but it happens. Same with, like, metas back then. Like, people knew what was good, and it was gentleman rules. It's like, we're playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Alright, don't play Meta Knight. It was just a rule. Just don't play Meta Knight. Gamer Trash Talk was also more creative. I wouldn't say creative. Creative is a weirder word for that, but I think I get what you mean. Vote to kick used to be a thing. The problem with that, too, is a lot of games nowadays are... The problem with a vote to kick system is a lot of games, because of how they inherently work, it's hard to... Dead by Daylight's a good example for this. Let's say a survivor DCs, or let's say we had vote to kick in Dead by Daylight, and you could vote to kick one of your survivor teammates, right? Because of how the game works, someone can't just fill in the lobby, right? Like, it's a bot, but, like, no one can, like, now become the bot. They can't, like, they can't load in and just get into a match that's in progress. You can't do that in Apex, you can't do that in League of Legends, you can't do that in Dead by Daylight. You can do it in Rivals and Overwatch, but most people, when that happens, they just leave the game anyways. They don't want to be there for a match that's almost over. But, like, back in the day, like, Call of Duty, Halo, and, I'm trying to think of, like, other multiplayer games from back then. But, like, I mean, those were the two big ones. But, like, Call of Duty and Halo, it's, like, it's mostly team deathmatch. That's what most people played. It's like no one gave a shit if you joined in, like, halfway through. You could just load into a lobby at any point. DBD does need to stay as team option. I've said that for a while, too. I really do think that would help immensely. I don't think it would be something, like, major or amazing or anything, but I do think that could help a lot. Having a proper endorsement system should also be a thing. Yeah, because of auto balance. And most people don't take TF2 too seriously. Even people who are good at TF2 don't take it that seriously. It's one of those things, like another thing I feel like, and I know I probably sound like old man yells at cloud right now, but, like, there are some things that, like, a lot of modern games don't have that I wish they had more of. Something I really, and I will give Nintendo credit, and this is the company that kind of sucks at multiplayer games. Splatoon 2's, like, hub area is one of the best things a multiplayer game could have. I genuinely think more multiplayer games need social hubs like that. Not even where you can necessarily, like, interact with people, but just where you can see other players hanging out. I feel like that's something else that's also missing from a lot of modern games. And it's just like, again, it just makes you feel like part of the game's community. Like, I genuinely feel like part of the problem is just, like, DBD especially. You're just kind of there playing the game. Brother, I'm gonna have to start running lethal. Oh my god. Are they at the back of the ship? Where the fuck are they? And of course I hit my... You know what? This is fine. I can go for my obsession first. That's fine. Seriously? You didn't even want to try to see if I'd missed that? Destiny's Tower is a good example, too. I wish more games had shit like that. Yo, what's up? See, that was satisfying. No, lethal... No, you can't see auras, but what lethal would let me do is just know where to start going at the beginning of the match. Did you seriously... I fucked that up, but did you seriously... Hang on a second. Okay. I mean, she's gonna waste all her time doing that. Man, people really are scared of this killer, huh? Shame. Change the killers. Please, God, no. Don't do that. I meant to go the other way. Something else I want is Majestic. All the players who DC constantly. Yes. Like a loser's queue. I want that so bad. Are people seriously crouch walking against Jason? Like, I get it, man's scary, dude, but he's not that scary. I can make that. This gen fully regressed. but he can't just instantly come out and hit you. And if I catch you doing that like I did right there, you're screwed. Like, brother, I know you're there. Like, you're just wasting time. Sable! What the fuck are you doing? You can't be fucking serious, dude. Like, you genuinely cannot be serious with this. No, screw it. Keep it crouching for it to hide the detection. Keep it. Fuck it. I just love Sable just chilling there. Oh, it's going fine. Like, seriously? Rock, Sable. God, don't you just love making people take unoptimal pathing just by holding your power out with little to no punishment? Isn't that just so much fun? Become rock, Renato. I've saved the best for last. Okay. Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Nothing. It's a game, dude. Alright. Stable with Repressed Alliance, Shadow Step Exponential, and Circle of Healing. Rock Natto. I fucking hate it here. I fucking hate it. Rock Natto. No, she didn't even try to run. She didn't. 3,000 hours, by the way, on the Sable. I mean, they have a... Why did they bring a fucking Gideon's offering? Renato! Bro! Okay. Two things here. Okay. Three things here, actually. Three things here. Not only did this Renato bring in a noted blueprint, so he knew where the hatch was gonna be and yet ran away. Not only did he have Shoulder the Burden and not use it a single fucking time, he had Dead Hard. What? Why didn't he use it? What the fuck? Why would you bring 2 perks and not even attempt to use them? What the fuck? Your win ball is empty? Get better. I don't know. I lost the last match. I didn't complain about it. I complained about Leary's being bullshit, not the Survivors doing stupid shit. I got a 2K. It's M1 fucking Jason. I'm cool with that. I mean, yeah. I mean, let's hang on. So let's look at that recent match history real quick. Let's see here. 3K. Wait, he didn't escape? Behavior! This Renato got burned alive. This man did not escape. This is some bullshit. This is some fucking bullshit. We watched him turn into a rock. We made a joke about it. Whatever. 4K. I got a 2K here. This was, he got out through hatch. Laura got out through hatch too, I believe. That was a 3K. This was a 3K. 4K, 4K, 3K, 4K. Yeah, I have lost 2 matches on Jason. His soul escaped his body. That's some fucking bullshit. I got that kill, man. DCs granted by the abandoned mechanic are marked as a... That's some bullshit. Do they not count as kills for me? How does that work? Wait, how does that work? Is this another example of where both sides can win at the same time? Is that what this is? Is this like when I crash? Did odds crash out about it the same way I did when I was trying to understand how hatch worked? Because I'm like, what do you mean it's a draw? What do you mean it's a draw for the survivor and a win for the killer? What the fuck do you mean? That's not how... It's not how statistics works. Schrodinger's second chance perks. I'm just saying, you can't, like... Honestly, if the Sable is going to be mad at anyone, be mad at the Renato. He should have gone for the save. No, Hatch does not. Hatch is a draw. Hatch doesn't raise or lower your MMR. If the killer closes the hatch and you escape through the gate, it counts as a win. That raises your MMR. The hatch does not. Escaping through a hatch is a draw for the survivor. It does not raise or lower your MMR. However, because of how hatch works, most of the time, the killer would have had to kill 3 other people for it to spawn. Wait, does the killer not get MMR if you get a hatch escape? Because that's stupid. He killed 3 people. I don't mind MMR. I really don't mind MMR. I mean, some of my games are bad, or some of my games are against good survivors, some of them are against bad ones. It just happens. Again, it's no different than how it used to be. The only difference now is that it has a name. They said the MMR change is supposed to be coming in the fall, so probably in the next few months. Right, so they still... So, if the survivor escapes through hatch and you got 3 kills, your MMR still goes up. Just not as much, because you didn't get the 4th kill. But if you close the hatch and they escape through the gates, their MMR goes up and your MMR goes up because you got a 3K and they got an escape. My problem isn't the MMR system itself there. My problem is how does it make any sense in a side versus side game where one side can win and the other can draw at the same time? That makes literally no sense. It does in context, kind of. Yeah. Well, okay, so are you saying the killer doesn't lose MMR? Because the killer shouldn't lose MMR for the one person escaping either. They still got 3 kills. Even if they escape through the gate, you should still go up MMR. It is a really selfish system on the survivor, and it's really stupid. I've said it before. I've said it before. The reason why it's this way is because I'm bringing out paint, chat. It's happening. The reason it's this way. Okay, all right. You are about to be blinded. Actually, you know what? No, you're not. There, I'll do it this way. Okay. So the reason, actually, hang on. Let me be more professional. Hang on, I can do this now. Okay, there. So the reason why. So the way we look at the game is that it's the killer. Here's the killer. Smiling. He's got his machete. There he goes. There he goes. So the way we look at this game is it's the killer versus 4 survivors. Right? This is how all of us, this is how a lot of us look at this game. This is how we think it should work. This is how we think it should be balanced. This is how we think, most of us, not everybody, but a lot of people, this is how we think it should work, how it should be balanced, how how the MMR should be calculated, etc., etc. However, behavior has gone on record and said that they don't see it that way, that they see the game as this. That they see it as 1v4 or 1v1, v1, v1, v1. That's how they see it. That's how they balance the game. That's how they get all of their data. And this is why a lot of things get lost in translation between the devs and the community. And I've said multiple times, I understand why they do it this way. Because the problem with doing it the other way is then the individual feels like they don't matter. It's a licensing issue, yeah. Disney Universe doesn't own Pamela. They also don't own the name Friday the 13th. But this right here, this is why balancing this game and the MMR system is so fucking difficult. Because this is how they see the game. And again, it's because even though in an ideal world, I agree we should look at it as a 1v4 at all times, the problem with that is individual agency on the survivor side. That's the issue. Individual agency and contribution. On top of the difficulty of... Because, don't get me wrong, while I agree this is a terrible way to do it, the alternative has its problems too. Because if we treat it as this... I'm not drawing form more again. If we treat it as this... The problem with this is that if one person carries, or if two people are good enough on the other side to always keep getting out, their MMR isn't going to go up or down at all. So you have to base it individually, because if you don't base it individually, then their MMR is never going to move. I agree with her. I definitely do think that's what it is. And and it's one of those things where I just don't know what the solution to fix it is. I know everyone's always like, oh, we need to just bring solo queue closer to Swift. Yeah, but then we still run into the same issue, and now the solo queue is just as strong as, almost as strong as Swift. So now we have the same problem, but now we've made it even worse for the solo, or we've made it even stronger on the solo queue end of things. I think MMR should get an extra metric mixed with the one it already has. Like what? That's the other problem, like I've said about calculating MMR, is just like, what else should be determined? Because, okay, we could go off of hooks on the killer end instead of kills, but are we going off of individual hooks? Or are we going off of hook stages? Because if it's hook stages, then it's still just kills. Because in theory, if a survivor just gives up on hook or their teammates never save them, then the killer's going to lose MMR. How do you account for that? What if the killer slugs someone to death? What if the survivors are running a build where they can't be hooked? I do. I remember Dazzling. I'm just saying, like, that's the problem with it, is that I agree, there's just no, like, it should take other things into account. Chase time and chase time, hooks, how long you're on a generator for, body blocking the token system. But the problem is, I don't know what else you could equate to skill other than kills and escapes. Because you could be like, oh, it should be chase time on the survivor, like how long they were able to like keep the killer in a chase. Okay, what if they just got a really busted map? Because let's not sit here and pretend if a survivor holds W, they're just gonna they usually last longer in chase than if they looped anyways, no matter how good or bad they are at the game. And, like, how often you're hit. Okay, what if they're running a body block build? What if the killer never chases them? Like, there's so many factors that can go into that you would have to find a system that equates for literally everything, compiles it into one number, or one metric, not necessarily a number, but a metric, and is able to, like, calculate it with a nuance. And that's the problem with it, and that's always going to be the problem with it. Again, even on the killer side, again, if we make it so it's hooks instead of kills, what if the killer hooks somebody, doesn't camp them, doesn't proxy camp, doesn't go anywhere near them, and the survivors just don't unhook them, and they die on hook? Wouldn't that mean the killer's MMR goes down because the survivors didn't save their teammate? You can make it hits, but the problem with that would be killers like Bubba, because he's an insta-down killer, or Ghostface. You can make it health states, I suppose, but I don't know how that would work with things like exposed. And again, people bring up, like, people bring up all the time, it's like, well, sometimes the killer has to slug. Okay, if the killer slugs everybody, and then hooks all 4 of them, that's only 4 hooks. It's 4 kills, but it's only 4 hooks. What about then? That's something completely out of the killer's control at that point, is it not? Well, exactly. That's the thing. You can't make it hook stages either, because then it's still just kills. So, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what else they could do. I agree, the kills and escapes thing isn't perfect. I 100% agree, it's not. But I think it's the only real way they can do it. And I'm sure someone's going to bring up the emblem system, but the emblem system is flawed too. Because again, if you're on the survivor side and you just get tunneled the whole match, you're not going to get any emblems for altruism or doing gens. I wouldn't say a hook state still equate to kill. Well, no, what I'm saying is that if I hook one person and they die on hook, that first hook, that's 3 hook states. And a kill. That's what I'm saying. I think we should nerf Pig again to restore balance. Genuinely, I still think Pig's ambush should count as an M1. I genuinely, I feel like it's justified at this point. I think her ambush should count as an M1. I don't care. I think it's fine. But again, even with the 8 hooks thing, so if you let's say you got 8 hooks, you hooked everybody twice. You hook the last person, you get 8. You have 8 hook stages right now. Their survivor teammates don't come and save them. You weren't camping. You weren't anywhere near it. They just decide, you know what? We're not saving that dude. When he dies, does that count as a hook state for the system that a lot of people propose? Well, Xeno, that was basically the old MMR system, is what you're talking about. Because it was the grades that, and people talk about how good the grades were. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. The grades were just as bad as the MMR. The only difference is that it for some reason felt better to a lot of people, and I think it's because you could see it. I think that's the only difference. But that was basically the same thing, though. If you made it to Erie 1 at the end of the month, like, you, like... Yeah, but the problem with that is, does time played necessarily equate to skill? Because I don't think it does. Again, that Sable we just played against has more hours than I do. No, I was around for Bill. Yeah, the old system was basically the grade system. It took the emblems at the end of the match into account. It's basically this was your MMR. But even then, it wasn't perfect. It would still match you with people outside of your MMR all the time. And people in the high, quote-unquote, high MMR back then, like Erie 1, could still be just as, like, bad and fresh installed as anybody else. I got Erie 1 Killer on my 3rd month of the game. Again, that's the problem. It's just like, and that's not even accounting for the fact that, like, none of us, and I mean this nicely, this includes myself, none of us can agree on what's skillful in this fucking game. How the fuck are the devs supposed to if the community can't? Well, yeah, and the game just clicks for some people in different ways, because I've said it before, I feel like DBD is mostly a macro game, not a micro game. There's a great video. Hang on, I'm going to see if I can find it. Yoshi's asleep. You can't send it to me. I think I watched it right before I left, so hopefully it's in here soonish. Hot diggity dog. This place is magnificent. This one. It's this video. This video right here, once you see this, you'll see competitive games differently. This is a really, really good video that breaks down the idea of... How does he describe it? Yeah, he describes it where every game falls into... It's kind of like a Venn diagram of these 3 things. It's micro, meso, and macro. And I feel like Dead by Daylight... Does he show the full Venn diagram? Yeah, there's the full Venn diagram. So, like League, right, for example, it's micro, meso, and macro. But then, like, there's other games that... Does he have Dead by Daylight in here? I didn't even check. Does he? Let me see. I love I love Hello Neighbor sitting down there. Ah, yes, the bestest of competitive video games. Hello Neighbor. Mm. Yep, Dead by Daylight's right there. It's right beside Rainbow Six Siege. It's micro, meso, and micro, macro, and meso. And as far as what meso is, by the way, because that was one I wasn't actually aware of. Does he explain meso? Micro, meso. Yeah.
Is the probability layer, the place where mind games exist. You're reacting to the unpredictable nature of people, not mechanics. A meso cheat looks like stream sniping, knowing someone's habits before they show them, reading cooldowns, seeing things you shouldn't see yet. The best example for the purest meso game is rock, paper, scissors. There's zero execution skill, it's entirely mental and probability. Among Us also runs on meso, so does Liar's Bar. Even the stock market is built around this layer. If you wanted to cheat in Among Us, you'd stream snipe to know who the imposter is. If you wanted to cheat in stocks, you'd insider trade. Notice how none of these cheats involve executing anything better. They involve knowing something you shouldn't.
Basically, mind gaming. That's what meso is. Macro is game sense, meso is mind gaming, and macro is execution. That's what all of those are. You could have the best macro in the world, or I'm sorry, micro in the world. It doesn't matter if you don't know which gens are being done, which direction survivors go, where the resources are at. And none of that matters if you can't mind game a loop and know someone's going to double back, dodge to the left, dodge to the right. But those two, micro and meso, are really, really, really hard to not only quantify, not only show, but to calculate. Meso is gaslighting. That's the thing, and Dead by Daylight is such an interesting game because I feel like it falls in that meso territory more than most games do. Again, it's Among Us is a good example. Like he brought up, like being good at Among Us is knowing people. It's not execution. It's not... Okay, it's partly execution. But it's mostly knowing and understanding habits and being able to form patterns and understand how people talk, what they say, things like that. Or, yeah, exactly. Exactly. It doesn't matter how well you run the killer if you run them right into your teammates. It doesn't matter how well you run the killer. Like that Kate the other day who dropped 8 fucking pallets in one corner of the map, and then they lost because while it took me forever to catch her, there was no more pallets for her teammates to use. Hi, Luna. Again, like, it's why a proper MMR system is so difficult for a game like Dead by Daylight. Even in other games, it's really difficult. And the reason there is because, I've said this before, like, Marvel Rivals' MMR system is fine, but the fact that it's mostly based on your... the fact that it... How do I explain this? The fact that it's based on your win and loss and also your individual contribution, that individual contribution is kind of the problem. Because depending on the character you're playing, the individual contribution can get skewed. If you're playing a character that doesn't do that much damage, but specifically assassinates people, you're not really going to have that much individual contribution, so you're going to get less for winning and lose more for losing. What's more important, the person who does a bunch of damage or the person who gets a pick? Macro is where and when. Micro is what. Meso is who and why. Okay, yeah, that's one way to look at it, I suppose. I don't know. I really enjoyed that video because he brought up Meso. Because again, it's an aspect of gaming like I didn't realize had a name. As much as I talk about game design and stuff like that, like again, it's something I just wasn't aware of, which is always nice for me. I love it when I learn new shit like that. Like I've said it before, I know I have some. Is controversial the right word? Would y'all say I have controversial takes about the game? I don't know if controversial is the right word. I pop off with low-key but still lose. My performance still puts in lobbies with people better than me. So I'm in a consistent state of doing well, but still mostly taking it. Yeah. Alien Instinct, Deathbound, Hysteria, Sloppy Butcher. You're welcome. For who? Jason? I mean, sure. I feel like Alien Instinct's kind of overkill. You can just run Fred's to the end and get the same effect. A game I play gives the kill XP and MMR to whoever does the most damage percentage. See, that's dumb, because just because you do the most damage doesn't mean you had the most impact. On Rivals, I love Devil Dino when I play Rivals, so I've been playing a lot of tank. I haven't touched the game in a couple weeks, so. I assume Cyclops is out now, right? Yeah, I do hope though that when I do give my takes, even the ones people don't agree with, because I know a lot of people don't agree with everything I say, which is fine. I don't mind that. I'm open to people not agreeing with me. At least I like to think I give off that vibe at the very least. But I hope I don't come across like I know better, necessarily. I know I can. I try my best not to. I'm just very... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm just very, like... forthcoming, I guess is the right word with my opinions. It's like my thoughts on 9.2. Like, I knew a lot of people weren't going to agree with that video. I was well aware a lot of people were not going to agree with that video. I'm well aware a lot of people aren't going to agree with my exhaustion video. I'm well aware of that. And I don't even fully agree with those videos. They're just spitball ideas, mostly. And the message of those videos a lot of times is more so just to think about the nuances of all of the aspects. All of the moving parts. When the game is a super long time to kill, so chipping damage means more. Maybe. I still think a pick is more important than doing 500 chip damage. DBD is interesting because it offers a real cool mix between macro and micro, in my opinion, as the game state is going. We need to create something to separate knowledgeable to skill. Oh my god. Knowledgeable? Did you mean skillless? I'm not gonna lie to you, Antonio. I don't like asking people this. Can you retype the last part of that? Because I don't understand what you meant by that last part. We need to create something to separate knowledgeable skills? I don't think so. And if it does come off that way, I don't take it personally. Why did I read that in like a normal voice? Sorry. Thank you for how DBD gets toxic in the first place, and I personally don't look at it. No, I think a good example. I don't like name dropping creators that much these days, but Shiny Cat May, I think, is a good example of this. We don't hate each other at all, and we have completely different opinions on this game. I think a good recent example was the slugging video May released recently. I don't agree with a lot in that video. I don't agree with most of the things said in that video. We're still fine. You know? I hope I got a normal. No, I mean I have a I'm reading chat voice and I'm talking voice. It's just it's like the customer service voice, you know? Like you gotta how can I help you today? Yes. Okay, that's fine. That was a funny joke. Not really. I've heard it 3,000 times. That voice versus how I actually talk. I tried Tank Deadpool. I was trying him a bit when Devil Dino was still getting insta-locked every match. Also, Camper Eater, I'm sorry, we're doing M1 Jason tonight. I apologize. If you would like me to try a build, you can do a super chat if you like. $1 for one match. Separate survivors that understand the game but can't perform execute as well from the survivors that are fully new or ignorant. Wouldn't that come... I was about to say the thing, where it's like, wouldn't that come naturally from just them escaping a lot, but circumstances out of their control could swap that, I suppose. Yes, M1 Jason, Theo. We're doing M1 Jason. It's me. Of course we're doing M1 Jason. I did M1 fucking Vecna. Of course we're doing M1 Jason. Oh, no, you're good. I always forget there's limits on the YouTube chat. I was just like, what the fuck is skills? What word is that? I don't fully disagree. I don't fully disagree. It's just I feel like it's just harder to do. The problem isn't the ideas that people have for MMR are bad. I genuinely don't think they're bad. It's the execution that I feel is the problem. It's how do we do it? Oh, I have an M1 nurse build. It exists. It's a thing. I just realized I know where they are. I was incorrect. I was incorrect in my statement. I did not know where they were. I don't know, I like making every killer an M1 killer. Genuinely. I think it's some of the most fun I've ever had on a lot of killers. It's not full M1, by the way. If my best option is the M2, I will just M2. Task failed successfully. Did Meg plot twist? Meg. Meg. Okay. I thought she was gonna be stupid and do what she... Okay. All is well. I meant to go the other way. And he was standing there holding M2 menacingly. I just feel like I'm partly also getting, like, Leary's and RPD are, like, the worst maps for, like, M1. See, Chad, you don't even gotta throw a spear half the time. They'll just give it to you sometimes. Good dodge, Fong. Do you have decisive? Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, Fong. I had to respawn my hook. Sorry about that. Jake with deliverance, though. Oh, good dodge, Nick. Not good enough. Hang on a second. I think Fong dies here because I don't think anyone's going for her. Well, someone's going for her, never mind. I'm not going to go into Omnipresent Evil because if I do, she's going to run back into me. Good shit. Okay. Again, I feel like I got literally the worst map I could have gotten for this, because there's really not an opportunity to M1 them because of how the map's set up. Yo, Jason's like me when I, like, try to pop my knee. Meg dies here? Good shit, Meg. Was that life, or was that just the bonus movement speed? That might have been both. She's not gonna pull it out, is she? Hey, Meg, did you have decisive strike? Oh, it doesn't matter. All right. I executioner. It would have been better to go for Meg or for Kate. It doesn't really matter. Was it smash hit? It could have been smash hit. So I need to break that. Also, is that the kick speed with Brutal? That's not bad at all, man. Hi, Fong. I could have just killed him. Oh, I'm so glad he didn't have decisive. That would have been fucking tragic if he did. Sure. Two stacks? I guess it does. I wasn't actually 100% sure if it did. Sure. BAM works. We did figure that out. BAM does work with his power. What do you think of Jason so far? I'm liking him. I'm really enjoying him. I feel really bad for Deathslinger players because I know a lot of people were comparing him to, like, Huntress and Springtrap and, like, the other, like, projectile killers. I still think his closest comparison is Deathslinger. He's just a better Deathslinger, genuinely. Yeah, BAM works with it. It'll still block the window for the whole time. As for Brutal, actually, you know what? I can test that real quick. Hang on. I have a way to test this. Here, let me go to this. Increases detection range. Where's the one that increases the range? Yeah, this one. Okay. I can test this very quickly. Hang on. Dead dog? I'm not doing anything else. I might as well. Why not? Apply changes. He's high A. I don't think he's that high. I think he's like... I think he's like mid-high B. He still suffers from a lot of things. He has no way to really counterhold W. Map RNG can mess him up a lot. Okay, hang on a second. Here's how we're going to test this. Hopefully OBS does, or my stream thing doesn't fuck up. Yeah. I would agree to an extent with her. Yeah, I would. I think someone in my Stop Comparing Videos comment section put it best. If Springtrap's projectile was a baseball, no one would compare him to Huntress. But because it's an axe, people are going to compare him to Huntress. Okay, alright. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to break this breakable wall. Because this one is... This spawns the same way every time. Okay. Alright. Good. Okay. I'm going to put on Brutal. And then we'll do a side by side and see exactly how long, if it's any faster. Again, the main thing Deathslinger has over Jason is that he can reload at any point. That's the one thing Deathslinger has over Jason. Jason has a lot more over Deathslinger, though. That could be part of it, too. Is that they're both rabbits. Check it. Check your weapons at the door, motherfucker. These aren't weapons, alright? These are hobby instruments. And... I don't think it does. That didn't feel like it did. But we'll check. I was going to end stream soon anyway, so we can do this real quick. Let me pull in my editing software. He has no counterplay. The counterplay is dodge the spike. That's the counterplay. What do you mean? So I shouldn't need the audio for this. So the problem is gonna be I need to find the moment I hit the button. He says he has the easy... Okay, Jason's options for reloading are either a scrap pile or a hook has to be in the loop. If they're not directly in the loop, he has to go out of his way to go grab it. Even if it's a little bit outside of the loop, he still has to go out of his way to grab it. Or go into Omnipresent Evil, go grab the hook, and then hope the survivor stayed in the loop for the next 3 seconds before he can teleport back. Those are your options. Deathslinger is just press button reload. Oh, but it takes forever. Yeah, but like... Okay, I'm gonna do it the frame I hit the button and it goes away. Right there. Okay, that's when it goes away. Okay, perfect. Okay. It's the frame the mouse 2 goes away. Like, right there. Oh, wow, it didn't work the same. That's weird. And then I'll do it the second the haste comes back. That seems reasonable. Okay, that's the frame the haste hits. It's the same. It's the same. Brutal does not affect it. It's the same. Human error and all that by like like a fucking 0.3 seconds. It's the same. I could even, if we want to like here. If you really want to compare it. It's exactly the same. Again, human error is the only reason it was slightly off. That is like frame by fucking frame. Like, I don't know. I don't know how much more accurate I can get than that. It is exactly the same. I don't even know which one's the one using brutal. Again, it works with BAM, which is interesting. And it does apparently work with Spirit Fury as well. I would be curious which one of those are, like, intentional or not. But then again, remember a few months ago, they fixed it when they did the update to Spirit Fury, the update, quote-unquote. Pyramid Head Goblet gives Spirit Fury stacks now, and so does Vecna's Iridescent add-on. So, I don't know. Hello. I hate to tell you this, we're about to end stream. I should probably save this. Jason Brutal testing. All I know is I ain't snitching to behavior that BAM works. Oh, I know you about your Twitch. Misty, is that you? I mean, regardless, chat. I mean, it was a fun night. So, by the way, so takeaway for M1 Jason before we do this. Do I think it's good? God, no. Jesus, God, no. You are hurting yourself if you're going for M1 Jason. However, I don't think Rapid is that bad on him. Diminishing returns are not. Like, 7% haste after an M1 that you're probably going to get most of the time. Like, it's still okay. Plus, getting a haste after M1ing someone when you down them is not that bad either. Oh, VH. Hang on. Wait. Woskers, is that you? I am so sorry if that's you. I apologize. It's been so long. I'm gonna feel real embarrassed if it's not you. Ah, VHS. Those were the good old days. Ah, warts. My weaponized amphibious reptilian technology. My old friend. I miss him. Do I still have that? Hang on, do I still have the PNG? No, I don't have my wart PNG anymore, man. Well, I tell you, we're about to get off. I was giving the closing remarks on M1 Jason. I don't think Stabiffel's that bad on him. I think Stabiffle on any killer that has an action they can do after an M1 will always have its value. I might be a killer main just for Jason. I mean, player numbers were so high, you're not the only one. But we'll see. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going back to Pyramid Head tomorrow. Jason's probably not done. Again, super chats and such. And, you know, if I get tired of playing Pyramid Head, we have like 9 more hours left, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, 9 more hours? 11 more. 10 and a half more hours. So, We do an hour tomorrow. I do an hour every day. We should have this done by next week, give or take. And then take a week off, make the video, and then get ready for Skull Merchant. The time between Dead Island Riptide and Dead Island 2 was longer than DBD's lifespan. Hey, DBD lasted longer than Confederacy. Just remember that. Take that joke for what you will. In any case, chat, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Pyramid Head Gaming's back on the menu. Anyways, love y'all as always. Have a good one.